The center started back in 2014. I'll just take you back for a minute. We were started by 3 local cancer survivors who felt that there really weren't any resources for them around here, you know, for their emotional support, you know, other people that they could talk to. And so they started the center. They meet with Barb and talk about really what their basic needs are.
Yeah, we usually do an intake for folks, and it's a one-on-one, individual-based, and I try to assess what their needs are, and we try to meet as many as we can, and we take a look at financial and housing and insurance and travel. Cancer has a tremendous impact on people and their families. It's a tremendous amount of time. The treatment can be extensive, whether you're having radiation or chemotherapy. So we help folks with gas cards. We find them rides if they need rides. So there's a lot that we will try to do.
Yeah.
And we've given out a tremendous number of gas cards, and people are so grateful, because otherwise they may not be able to get to their treatment. It may be a case of, you know, paying their oil or getting to their treatment. We found there was a huge need for mental health support. You know, you can imagine a life-threatening illness, and there's a tremendous amount of anxiety and worry and fear, confusion, survivor guilt, all kinds of things, and it drums up depression in folks and other kinds of you know, tragic things that have happened to them in the past.
It's really one of the foundational programs of our center. We call it the Live Well program, and it's a wellness program. So basically, the way it works is we have like a little credit card, and it's called the Live Well card. And we would give it to you, and you would have the opportunity to go for 4 complimentary therapy sessions with your choice of a wellness provider per year. These are all what we call comfort items, and they're all items that we give to patients during their treatment. This is quite often something that a heart pillow is something a breast cancer survivor would have under their arm after surgery for more comfort.
Yeah, these are really great. It just helps provide a little bit more functionality, I think, for folks.
Yes, and this is something that we would give to somebody to put on around their shoulders when they're having chemotherapy. For men and women, they have little pockets inside, because if they're sitting there for 8 to 10 hours, you know, having chemotherapy, it helps keep them warm, because you typically feel pretty cold sometimes when you're having that kind of treatment. And there's also a wonderful group called the Comfort Angels, run by Mary Dempsey, and they have been just amazing. They make a lot of our pillows and make a lot of our knitted items as well. This is a port protector that would go over somebody's seatbelt if they're having chemotherapy, because quite often they have a needle in their chest, basically like a port, and it helps with the pressure from the seatbelt. And one of the really great things, like I was telling Pat Weigel a few minutes ago, is that what we really would like to do with a good part of the money, portion of it, is to really fund our patient emergency fund, because right now we have a lot of people that you know, it's like a case-by-case basis, and it can be anything from needing an electric blanket to needing some heating oil in a pinch, when, you know, it's really cold and their tanks run dry and you have no other resources or no money. You know, they're one-off individual cases that we try to help people when we can.
And I think the vast majority of people that we see, we help them with travel. I think we help them with emotional support. We help them with resources, where to go and where to turn.
The employees of Norway Savings Bank who created the award, there is nothing that they could have done that makes me more proud and humbled than that award. So to know that those funds are going right here in Western Maine to the Cancer Resource Center, who, as Diane and Barb shared with us, will use those funds in such meaningful ways that will be transformational to people's lives. I know that we have had employees who have been diagnosed with cancer who have benefited from the services here. And I love now that we have employees who are serving in various volunteer capacities to help the organization. And so it's kind of full circle. It's our responsibility, it's our way of giving back, our way of paying it forward.